Mr. Bob Benson. Can I get the microphone in my hand right now? Can you rate the wind noise from 1 to 10? 10 being, oh my god, I can barely hear your voice, and 1 being, I can hear the wind, but it's not that bad. Please and thank you. Okay, awesome. I want to start doing something this morning that occurred to me while I was making a digital cathedral. Bob Benson and Greg and Laugh Track and I are, well, it's really Bob's fault because he made a gratitude shrine. There's going to be a big post about this later on, but in Minecraft, we're making a space for secular people, but anyone is welcome to join us, to gather on a Sunday morning and share life hacks and inspiring things and engage in community. I've been thinking for a long time about, what the things that religion, regardless of all the negative things that I think and know about what religion has done on this planet, it's also done a lot of good. And I think that good comes from the regular gathering of people, the regular introspection, and introspection in the context of community. So there's a lot going on there, and I've always wanted to explore it, and I'm not an expert by any stretch of the imagination. So we're going to be doing that next Sunday. In an actual Minecraft environment. We'll be streaming it live to YouTube as well. If you want to join us on the Minecraft part of it, just let me know. We're going to be able to have 10 people on there. I think we have 4 right now. So there's like 6 spots left if you want to be there in the actual building for the first one. Yeah, Bob nailed it. So anyway, I've been reading a lot of Stoic quotes, Stoic philosophy, and it's almost like it's an ancient mind-hacking, human-hacking technology. Anyway, some guy wrote, I think it was Ryan Holiday was his name, wrote a book called The Daily Stoic, and it actually starts on January 1st, and we're not that far away from that, so it's usually just a small page each day. I'm going to do 1 or 2 every day during our mindfulness beach moments to catch us up, starting right frickin' now. So January 1st, control and choice. The chief task in life is simply this: to identify and separate matters so that I can say clearly to myself which are externals not under my control and which have to do with the choices I actually control. Where then do I look for good and evil? Not to uncontrollable externals, but within myself, to the choices that are my own. The single most important practice in Stoic philosophy is differentiating between what we can change and what we can't. What we have influence over and what we do not. A flight is delayed because of weather. No amount of yelling at an airline representative will end a storm. No amount of wishing will make you taller or shorter or born in a different country. No matter how hard you try, you can't make someone like you. And on top of that, time spent hurling yourself at these immovable objects is time not spent on the things we can change. The recovery community practices something called the serenity prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Addicts cannot change the abuse suffered in childhood. They cannot undo the choices they have made or the hurt they've caused, but they can change the future through the power they have in the present moment. As EPICTETUS said, they can control the choices they make right now. The same is true for us today. If we could focus on making clear what parts of our day are within our control and what parts are not, we will not only be happier, we will have a distinct advantage over other people who fail to realize they are fighting an unwinnable battle. So that's day one. January 2nd. Yeah, right? Bob, I like, part of me wants to steal amen, because I say it so often anyway, kind of half ironically, half not. But if somebody could come up with a better version of that means the same thing, I'm totally cool with that too. So January 2nd is education is freedom. What is the fruit of these teachings? Only the most beautiful and proper harvest, the truly educated. Tranquility, fearlessness, and freedom. We should not trust the masses who say only the free can be educated, but rather the lovers of wisdom who say that only the educated are free. Preach indeed. Why did you pick up this book? Why pick up any book? Not to seem smarter, not to pass time on the plane, not to hear what you want to hear. There are plenty of easier choices than reading. No, you picked up this book because you are learning how to live. Because you want to be freer, fear less, and achieve a state of peace. Education, reading and meditating on the wisdom of great minds, is not to be done for its own sake. It has a purpose. Remember that imperative on the days you start to feel distracted, when watching television or having a snack seems like a better use of your time than reading or studying philosophy. Knowledge, self-knowledge in particular, is freedom. See, I don't know about you guys, but I'm definitely doing that every morning. I have been told that many mornings, if not most mornings, throughout the year will be less windy than this, but hopefully just be kind of cradling the mic the way that I have makes it at least consumable and not too much of a distraction. And interesting, I was thinking about this morning, even if it is hard to hear me, and definitely not because it's me, struggle through it. Find any nugget you possibly can so that until the sun comes up, we can contemplate on these things. And I can only imagine that doing that for 365 days, which is as many as there are, will have tangible and even measurable results. All right, bud. Ciao. And I'm not leaving this morning till the sun bursts out from behind these clouds, just so we're all on the same page. You guys want to see Brian? Good morning, Gene. Baby boo. He literally just hangs out there all morning. Like a boss. morning, Melanie. Good morning, Ma. Let's wait till the sun comes out. since it's cloudy, I think maybe I will catch us up on another Daily Stoic day. What's the date today anyway? 13th. So this will put us up to January 3rd. For anybody just joining us, there's a book called the Daily Stoic. You can get it on Kindle, Amazon. I think they actually made an Audible version of it as well. Basically starts with a Stoic philosophy quote, and then has a tiny little bit of discussion. I think it's just good for. I mean, the whole plan with this stuff is to really engage with, whether you're into meditation or just stillness or contemplation, whatever it is. It's something I've been meaning to do for a long time. So hopefully you guys will get as much out of it as I probably will. I already like this one. The title of this one is Be Ruthless to the Things That Don't Matter. How many have laid waste to your life when you weren't aware of what you were losing? How much was wasted in pointless grief, foolish joy, greedy desire, and social amusements? How little of your own was left to you? You will realize you are dying before your time. That's from Seneca. One of the harder things to do in life is to say no. To invitations, to requests, to obligations, to the stuff that everyone else is doing. Even harder is saying no to certain time-consuming emotions. Anger, excitement, distraction, obsession, lust. None of these impulses feels like a big deal by itself, but run amok, they become a commitment like anything else. If you're not careful, these are precisely the impositions that will overwhelm and consume your life. Do you ever wonder how you can get some of your time back? How you can feel less busy? Start by learning the power of no. As in, no thank you, and no, I'm not going to get caught up in that, and no, I just can't right now. It may hurt some feelings, it may turn people off, it may take some hard work, but the more you say no to the things that don't matter, the more you can say yes to the things that do. This will let you live and enjoy your life, the life that you want. And then the sun magically came out. Nope. It's funny, when I get impatient for the sun to come out, within a couple of minutes, I always think about this awesome quote. I think it was the Buddha that said it. Some smart guy. For the people that don't have time to meditate, you don't have time to meditate for 10 minutes a day. For you, I say meditate for an hour. Sweet Jesus, Aaron, that's crazy. That's nuts. Minus 48 is not okay. For anyone that needs to escape, we can handle 1 or 2 people at a time. We have a spare bedroom. Come to our house. I literally just took off my jacket so that I could feel more of the wind. Minus 48 is so dumb. It's a touch inconvenient when the clouds are coming in at slightly faster than the rate at which the sun is supposed to be coming up. And if you don't have time to meditate for 10 minutes, meditate for an hour. I'm going to wait a little bit more and then maybe catch up on another Daily Stoic. I'm excited to get caught up, so we're actually just doing a day for a day. One more quote, then I think we're going to get some sun. By the way, in the I was going to say the interest of practicing gratitude, but that's not really what this is about. I'm all for the practice of gratitude for 18 million different reasons, which was kind of what I was trying to say with that caveat. What I wanted to say was just thank you guys. You know, there's 60 guys on here right now. I know there's some people that watch it later on in the day. Thanks for doing this with me. The main reason I very selfishly, I am out here because I need to do this. My mindfulness practice before this was nil. There was none. I wasn't doing it, and it's something I absolutely, I was going to say need, but want to do. Because I think otherwise it gets bad if you don't, or it can. You know, if the rest of your day is spent covering politics, which I don't know if you guys have noticed, is garbage these days. Anyway, thank you. That's my point. This being able to do this with you guys is a huge accountability boost for me. All right, so January 4th, we're catching up, and the sun's gonna come out soon. All you need are these: certainty of judgment in the present moment, action for the common good in the present moment, and an attitude of gratitude. I did not know that was coming. And an attitude of gratitude in the present moment for anything that comes your way. It's from Marcus Aurelius. Perception, action, will. Those are the three overlapping but critical disciplines of Stoicism, as well as the organization of this book and year-long journey you've just begun. There's more to the philosophy, certainly, and we could spend all day talking about the unique beliefs of the various Stoics. This is what Heraclitus thought. Zeno is from Cydeium, a city in Cyprus, and he believed. But would such facts really help your day-to-day? What clarity does trivia provide? Instead, the following little reminder sums up the three most essential parts of Stoic philosophy, worth carrying with you every day into every decision. Control your perceptions. Direct your actions properly. Willingly accept what's outside your control. That's all we need to do. We got a little bit of sun. I think the clouds gonna be coming up behind that, so that's probably all we're gonna get. Same bat place, same bat time tomorrow, about 10 or 20 minutes before sunrise, which is about 7:09 Eastern Standard Time. Ciao.